This idea that the Earth needs humans to manage its populations ignores something very important, and that's that the Earth was teeming with life before we ever came into a management position. Let's be honest about the definition of this word management, because it's defined by the greedy and powerful, those who exploit the planet, those who harvest as much of what they want to harvest as possible while still leaving enough to where they don't go completely extinct, unless the extinction is actually part of the plan, while removing all the animals that they aren't interested in to make room for the animals that they are harvesting. When fisheries talks about management, they're talking about protecting the fishermen. They're not talking about protecting the animals. Scientists who use this term manage work for the fishing industry, whether directly or indirectly. What do I mean by that? Well, they might actually work for the fishing industry, or they might be not allowed to speak against the fishing industry by their boss, which in turn is basically telling you, the people, that what the fishing industry does is acceptable. NOAA is in the Department of Commerce, not the Department of the Environment, not in the Department of Conservation. It is the Department of Commerce, which means that money, jobs, economy always come first over the environment. Fish and Game, read the mission statement on the Fish and Game website, and you will no longer ever be confused as to why fishermen aren't punished for doing things that are illegal, or things that at least seem like they should be illegal. Fish and Game protects fishermen and hunters. It is made up of fishermen and hunters. The board of directors are fishermen and hunters, and it is funded by rich fishers and hunters. The bottom line is that humans do not know how many of each thing there are supposed to be. Nature does. Nature tries to establish that, and we constantly get in the way of that. People who claim that they do know better just so happen to always be the people that want to kill those things. And all the while that this talk of management, or saying that certain populations of animals are out of control, our population continues to grow unchecked. As many people were born while I made this video as there are in total of most animals left on this planet. Unless, of course, you're counting the animals that we're replacing those animals with: pigs, chicken, goats, cows, because we kill 80 billion plus of those every year. 80 billion of those die every year to feed us food that we don't need to eat. And even if we did need to eat it, by this point in time, we should be looking at dietary alternatives, because we are destroying the planet and removing everything on it in our pursuit of eating meat. Which, by the way, this isn't even really about the need to eat meat, because most of this food gets wasted. It doesn't go to solving hunger issues.